And 3, 2, 1. What's up, Khash Saghafi?
Stasek, my partner, brother. Very good to be on.
Man,
thank you so much.
You got some great content you're always putting out there, and love the education. I'm just watching you and build your content out. It's been impressive and inspiring because the content you put out is just, it's pure for a person who wants to grow and entrepreneurial. And that's what I think of when I think of you, entrepreneur, Cleveland mortgage legend, Khash Saghafi, Liberty Home Mortgage. Tell everyone listening, if you're looking to buy a home and you need to get a mortgage pre-approval, how would they get a hold of you? Also, I know you're looking for mortgage professionals too. If right, you're looking for good originators. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm growing the business. We're slowly climbing the ranks. I suppose we're one of the top 25 lenders in the state of Ohio right now. 2 years ago, we were 91. 3 years ago, we were 91. 2 years ago, we were 49. Last year, we ended 25. It was. So we're moving up, and I'm hiring, salespeople if they're loan officers, they're looking, operational staff. I always tell people that I'm looking for people who walk in every day to work like they just won the lottery. Something that we're very proud of. We just were voted the #1 workplace in Northeast Ohio by Cleveland.com, and that's for mid-sized businesses. Those are businesses anywhere from 150 to 500 people. So you'll see the room I'm in. This is one of our training rooms, actually. You'll see the Iowa State flag behind me over there, right? These are all the universities that have been represented, or a lot of them by some of our employees, or a lot of our employees. We're growing the business and we're hiring, but like I said, I don't have a specific target. I have just over 250 employees. We're in 39 states now. So, I mean, you know how it is, Al. It's growing the business, but it's putting the right people in the right seats.
Yeah.
Get the people on the bus, but you got to get the right people on the bus. And I always tell people, if you have a all hands on deck attitude, there's no limits. Then join my company. Then we're hiring those people. Like there's definitely people we don't hire, and there's group people we do hire. I'm looking for open-minded, energetic people.
Love it, man. Congratulations on all your success. 250, man. When we knew each other, we were scraping gum off the bottom of the desk. And now look at you.
We sat down back in 2010, I remember, to go over like a business plan. You for real estate, me for mortgages, and and now for God's sakes, you're ranked 11th, I think, in EXP out of over 60,000 agents. Am I right with that number?
Something like that. But who's counting?
Well, you don't, but I do. So I'm doing it for you. You're too humble to say it, but I'm not. So that's impressive though. But I mean, it's awesome. But you've grown the network just like I just try to follow what you do, honestly. Like the videos you do, the message, the brand you put out there. It's not a matter of hiring. Like just you've grown to over 5,000 agents under you. I don't think you probably, I'm guessing to say you probably didn't have a target or something like that. You just put your message out there, and the right people gravitated to you. And the next thing you know, if you do it the right way, it happens. I never set out to sales saying I need 250 people. I don't have a number right now. We just started another 4 people today, as a matter of fact. I don't have a number I'm shooting for. If I don't hire another person, hey, I don't hire another person. If I do, I do. But it's the philosophy of the company. It's if I say go grab a shovel, let's go shovel garbage out in the parking lot. I expect you to go shovel garbage in the parking lot. I don't care what your position is, who you are. I come in every weekend and clean the bathrooms because it helps out our cleaning people. We have cleaning people, but it helps them on Monday, if they don't have to clean the toilets and stuff. So I come in on Sundays and clean the bathrooms. Big deal. I've actually learned a lot of new ways to clean bathrooms, to be honest with you. I really have. Sounds crazy, but
Scrub-a-dub-dub. Don't want any rings in there. I think our philosophies are in congruency, actually, when it comes to growing our businesses, because what I've seen you do, and it's really what we focused on from day one 4 years ago when we moved our brokerage into EXP, is leaders leading leaders. We're trying to find leaders who will lead leaders who lead leaders. And that, for us, that's been, I would say probably the strongest strategy that we've tried to stick to, because that's duplicatable. And when you're able to duplicate that growth and have other people that, are also leaders that are even, bigger than us or smarter than us or faster and all that, that's how we start to experience the exponential growth that we have in our group. And I'm sure, I don't doubt one bit you have some amazing leaders that are helping you lead your company as well.
1,000%. I just read a book called Good to Great by Jim Collins.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever read that book?
I have it. I have it right over here. Yeah.
There you go. I mean, he says you got to put the right people in the right seats on the bus. And I'm lucky in that I've got the right people. And it's the philosophy, and it starts from the top down. And it's amazing when you read a lot of the stories about how a lot of businesses have gone out of business. And it's because the people at the top have lost touch with the people who are at the base, the foundation of the business. So, I mean, it's super important to stick with that. And that's the one thing I've seen with your following you, Al, on social media, because that's how I essentially follow you. I mean, and it's just your philosophies have not changed from today, going back when we sat down 10 years ago. And we've known each other long before then also. But it's the same core philosophies of business and of just how you carry yourself and what you do. And for anybody watching this, it's not even about like Hesh is hiring or Hesh does mortgages, calling for loan. Of course I do mortgages. I mean, you're buying a house, that's how I make a living. But it's more so, man, just whatever you're doing today, just be the best at it. Like, find your why, discover why you do what you do. If you could find out, I just gave a speech to my every Friday I give a speech on success to my company. And it's voluntary. They can come if they want. They don't have to come. You know, God knows. And every now and again, it's probably me talking to myself. But the one I just gave on Friday was find your why. Why do you even get out of bed? I know why I get out of bed. I know you know why you get out of bed. And that's why, quite honestly, like, my work day is never really working. I have my bumps in the road. And I always tell people, I don't have bad days. I have bad moments and days. Trust me, I get frustrated. I miss a closing date. I get yelled at by an agent or a customer. And listen, man, this is the grind of the job. Every job has its battles, you know, whatever it is. But you don't let those moments bring down your entire day. And the reason is, I know why I do what I do. So I'm not going to let something like a missed contract date deter me. I always say to people, it's an inconvenience, not a tragedy. It's an inconvenience, not a tragedy. You know, I mean, there's people battling tragedies out there. They've lost loved ones. They themselves have a major health issue. Something that's a tragedy. Inconvenience is not missing a contract date. So, I mean, it's you can find why you do what you do. And you know this, Al, your business just starts, it just goes through the roof. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's amazing what happens to your business when you no longer worry about making money. Like, I don't think about, like, I need to have this many people. I need to make this much money. I don't do any of that. It's just, hey, man, I'm just going to work as hard as I can today, and I'll see where the chips fall, man. And you work the right way with the right morals, the right ethics and integrity and certain things like that, and you stick to it. I could talk about this for 10 hours, though. I'll waste your whole show.
Oh, no, you're spot on. I mean, I don't know if it was one of your interviews that I was listening to, but it just reminded me of, I just believe that you're not going to win every hour of the day, but you can win the day with that right mindset. I think that's kind of what you're saying. And if you don't, maybe you have a bad day, you can still win the week. And that's the beauty of breaking it down in that way that you just kind of talked about. I couldn't agree more, bro.
I think once you understand that, Al, you're like, you go to another level. You're at another level. Once you understand that, like, it's, you had a bad moment. I get it. You got frustrated. You got mad. You did this. You did that. I get it. Don't let it ruin your day. Don't let it ruin your week. Don't carry it to the next day. Don't go to the next meeting with it. So, I mean, those are the principles and philosophies. And I just like my name flashing across the bottom of your screen. That is so cool how you do that.
Yeah. You mentioned something else that I wanted to rehash for a second. And that's when you make decisions not based off the money anymore, because it's not about like, oh, I need to make another $100,000 or whatever it is. You start making decisions differently. You know, some decisions, I believe, they become a lot easier and they become more clear because we're not clouded with the cloud of, oh, is this the right decision so that I can make more money, or is this just the right decision? You know, and when you start being driven by principles, your hiring becomes easier, your business decisions, even the tough ones, you know, maybe having to let somebody go, burn the boats, or maybe you just need to let go of an old philosophy that's been holding you back from growing or whatever it is. These decisions become clearer when it isn't about the money, you know? So
you said dead on the money. I mean, I always go back out to what my college wrestling coach told me in the sauna back in August of 1993. I'm sitting with John Smith and he says, your problem is you're too worried about winning and losing and you don't go out there and wrestle. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, if I win, I get yelled at because I didn't win big enough. If I lose, I get yelled at because I lost. So it's all it's about is winning. And he's like, you're missing the point. He says, you're so focused on winning that when you're actually in there in the middle of the circle, like, you're not wrestling. And I came to, like, it took me God knows how many years, but I understood it now where, you know, when you don't worry about winning, I was so worried about winning and losing. If I gave up a takedown and I was down 2-0 and I still had 6.5 minutes to go in the match, I was like, oh, I'm down 2-0. The whole match is gone. And if I was up 2-0, I'd be like on top of the guy, like, oh my God, I got to hold on. I got to try to ride the next 6.5 minutes and win 2-0, 2-1, whatever it was. Because I was so focused on winning, losing. When suddenly I stopped worrying about it, I just started winning more. And like today in business, like I don't think about like how many people do I need to have? How much money do I have to make? I have none of that stuff. It is what it is. It's whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So, I mean, I just come in and work as best I can. I'm talking with you right now. We're doing this video. I just got to do the best I can here and then move on to my next activity after this one. And you said it perfectly, Al, is that when you're not worried about the money, and it's hard to get there, man, it is difficult, especially when you're by yourself and you're trying to just fight through your credit card debt and things like that. It's real hard to say. And I used to say that to my wrestling coach because he won 6 world titles and 2 Olympic gold medals. I was like, well, it's easy for you to say, for God's sakes, you beat everybody. But he was like, okay, but I don't beat everybody. And then I think like that. I think like that. And then I start to beat everybody. So I always tell my employees, I say, I don't do this because I have money. I have money because I do this. It's the reverse. Like it's hard to get there, man. It's hard to let go of societal norms that we're taught, like, that we're taught. But man, it's when you can get there mentally and emotionally. And I like doing psychological deep dives on the mind and stuff. And I've been doing that a lot more with a lot of the books I've been reading and things like that, of studying my brain and how I think and what causes anxiety and fear and how to bust through those. I've been studying that more than I've been studying FHA guidelines. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
oh yeah,
but for years I was like, it's FHA guidelines. I got to learn the guidelines. I got to learn conventional guidelines. No, it's not. That stuff comes. But you're a perfect example of it. I mean, I follow you. You're the leader to me. You are in business. So I just try to keep where you're going and keep on that path. And I appreciate it.
You're the one we're seeing plastered all over every billboard in Cleveland, man. I mean,
they take
everybody knows that face. Hey, I think to kind of put a bow on this for the people who are listening, and what I think the lesson that, you're the principle anyway behind what you've been saying is fall in love with the process, not the result. And when you fall in love with the process, like what your wrestling coach told you, you're just not wrestling because you're worried about the result. You're not
the process.
Yeah. So hopefully, if you're listening on that, that's a writer downer there. Hesh is just spitting out the wisdom this morning. I appreciate you, man. And thank you for being a sponsor once again for Rock and Rescue. I know 2 years ago when we did the event, you stepped up. You're always stepping up. One of the most generous human beings I know. Thank you, my friend.
Well, hey, I just appreciate the opportunity. I mean, to see what you've grown from, Al, to where you are in the gigantic company business you've built and how you built it. Any opportunity I have to be associated with something you're doing, I'll take.
Man, I appreciate that.
And it's a huge charitable, very impressive charitable thing that you're doing with Rock and Rescue. So, I mean, it's a great event. It's a great charity. It's way beyond just great business move, but very impressive.
I appreciate that. And the cool thing about this event is that a lot of people want to contribute and they want to give back, but yet they just don't have the handles to the luggage, we say, or the means to do it, or where to start, or what to do. And so this event checks boxes for a lot of people. Like, okay, I love going out and partying and having a good time and doing all this other stuff, but I can do all that and give back to the community and be a good community champion, as Nick Krem calls it. But we appreciate your sponsorship, man. This is the second year, so beyond wanting to latch on and do something with me, which I know, man, I love doing stuff with you as well. Why is it that you like being a sponsor on this event second year in a row?
Rock and Rescue, like last year, for example, I mean, my company, my business, for my company, we're probably predominantly 22 to 35 years old. Generally, it's a millennial group. Mm-hmm. My company, we do business. I mean, predominantly most people buying homes, first-time home buyers, are millennials as it is. So the atmosphere, the live band, the live music, you're out, you're seeing other people in the same industry somewhat, but then other people just out as it is. So it also gives my company, my people, a chance to be with each other in a very informal, relaxed setting with great music. The weather, at this time in Cleveland, I mean, there's not too many times we get incredible weather, but this is the time of year that, the weather's perfect. You're on the river. It's just awesome, the whole setup. So your whole putting this together at this time of the year, at the venue it's at Forward, nightclub. I mean, the location is perfect. You can't get any better. So it helps my business in just so many different ways. And in my people, my employees. It's a great opportunity. So it went very well last year. It's going to go the same this year.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And so if you guys know anyone out here that's in business with Khash, if you're not, you should be. He's just a great human being, but great also mortgage professional. But if you know Seth, if you've done business, if you're a real estate agent, if you're a buyer that's used, did I say Seth? I meant Khash. Sorry, Khash. And he goes by either, depending on what Monday it is.
I'll take whatever you've got.
and if you know and you're a friend, be our guest. Come Thursday, the doors open at 6 o'clock. The band start at 7 o'clock. It's at 4-Day Nightclub, like Khash said. And you can be Khash's guest if you know him. He has a special code. We're going to post the code down in the comments when this live is done. So take a look at the comment section. I'll put the link. Last
year, I think it was sold out almost. I think the line getting in, you couldn't even get in. I mean, it was nuts.
It was sold out.
I could not believe how it was nuts. I mean, it was impressive.
This year's going to be even better. We got Tyler Reed once again coming to open up, great country artist. And we also now have Tricky Dick in the cover-ups. So it's going to be a fun night. Everybody's going to be out there dancing. Come with some cash, buy some 50-50 tickets, and maybe you'll get lucky and walk away with some cash and raise some money for these awesome charities all at the same time.
Great way to go into Browns weekend, right? Browns' first home game.
Yeah.
Great way to start off the weekend. Start off on Thursday night having fun, then close it out on Friday at work. Work as hard as you can, push, sprint, focus, grind it out on work, push it on Friday, and then boom, you go into the weekend Saturday, Sunday, and you head into the Browns' first home game, man. It's a big deal.
Love it, man.
It's a big weekend. It's a big weekend in Cleveland this weekend, no doubt.
Hey, anybody, check out the comments. I'm going to go ahead and put the link so you can get tickets. And if you want to be Khash's guest, he's got just a few tickets left. He's got some complimentary.
I'm going to get on stage and play the guitar, man. By the way, I play the guitar. You do know that. I used to sing.
You said you took it up. The lessons are going well then.
I used to sing and play the guitar at Willie's Saloon in Stillwater, Oklahoma, where Garth Brooks started.
I didn't know that.
He started, hell yeah, go Google it. He started at Willie's Saloon. I used to sing and play my guitar there once a month. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought so. So this isn't a new thing. You've been playing for years then.
Oh God, yeah. I played at Peabody's. No, I didn't play at Peabody's. I played at Flash Gordon's one time. Me, Tom, and Deezy, my brother, and Dean Elias, we played. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, Mr. Crowley. Oh yeah.
Dude, something I didn't know about you.
Let's Paul 79 Blonde. Come on, man.
We didn't even do the whole exercise. All right, Khash, tell me something I don't know about you. People don't know about you.
Night Train, man. Night Train from Guns N' Roses. That's the reason I learned to play the guitar. I love that song so much. I was like, I got to learn that guitar. And I played the violin for 7 years. My mom forced me. I hated every minute of it. Love her for doing that. And then I stopped doing the violin. And then Night Train, GNR came to the top of the charts in '87. And I was like, man, I got to learn that. And the only way to learn the guitar was to learn the guitar. So Night Train was the first song I learned and gone ever since.
So you traded the violin for the guitar. And you're trying to tell me you didn't do that for the chicks? Come on.
No, I wasn't that good of a guitarist, but when I would sing and play at Willie's, I think I sounded like a wounded animal that was shot or something like that, probably. But I mean, hey, when you're 19 years old in college and all your friends are drinking beers and throwing that stuff on the stage, we didn't care how it sounded, man. We were just laughing and having fun.
That I want to see a video of. I got to see that now.
We're going back to 92, 93 at Willie's.
If anybody has a video clip of that, I will pay money, cash money to see that.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Hey, man, I know you got to go. Thank you again so much. Check out the link in the comments down there, and I'll put the link in there. I have your permission to put your complimentary ticket link.
Write it on bathroom walls and stuff like that. For a good time, call this number.
Right here, next to the name, 216-780-1103. Get a hold of Khash for all your mortgage needs. Appreciate you, brother. Have a great
Talk to you later.
Monday.
Bye now.
Yep. Bye-bye.